For the start of the Test series?
Yes, for the five-match test series.
Our mindset was always when Hansie Cronje was captain and Coach Bob Woolmer was Coach Bob Woolmer obviously had more Indian experience than we ever did, because he played there a fair bit. He coached there, understands the mindset, Indian mindset and the mentality. The first thing we always talked about was the importance of the first 25 to 30 overs with the new ball. And the length was always going to be slightly fuller, attacking the stumps, setting straight to fielders, setting straight to fields, almost straight away. We knew that there weren't going to be much carry in the pitches, so bringing the stumps into play almost every ball. And if there was a bit of swing, that's the only thing that you've got to work with in a short space of time. Once we get past that new ball, I think you don't set negative fields. You don't have sweepers out, but you do have maybe an extra fielder out into the covers. It gives you that extra protection, maybe a mid-wicket. Even if you want to go a little bit straighter. Now, straighter always, like we always say as coaches, we say when we talk about straighter, that doesn't mean you go middle stump. You go off stump. That's it. That's where you're going to be parking for quite a period of time with that new ball. And once we get past lunch and we've done a good job, then we start going to work on the art of reverse swing. We don't waste too much time. My role was always to come in and maybe come and bowl 2 lengths and set very attacking fields with the pace that I have. So I had a bit of a license for 4 overs to come in and really pound away, bowling 2 lengths, come over, come round. And also when Tendulkar was at the crease, was always that very much go after him. Just go and attack. Don't worry too much about going for runs. That's a nice thing to get off your shoulders, is to just go full on attack. And that really is bowling in India is the toughest thing you'll ever go through. There's no question about it, and it will taste everything in your mental makeup that you have when partnerships get long. And if the ball doesn't reverse swing, if the ball doesn't swing when the ball's older, you are going to be fetching leather all day. So it's just tough. It really is hard as a seamer. But for us, it was always, I think Hansie and Bob always sat down and picking impact bowlers, guys who can bowl fast and quick for shorter periods of time, knowing you've got a couple of spinners up your back, whether it was Boyer or Eckstein or whatever it was, or Simcox. So that was pretty much in a nutshell the mindset of how we approached bowling in Indian conditions. I think it's been very much talked about, obviously the Test team going to New Zealand now is a big thing that has been on people's lips, and the quality of the Test team going to New Zealand is a big talking point. The calendar has unfortunately got in the way, and there's no doubt that Cricket South Africa will have to manage this better. There's no doubt. There's no. This is something that has been in place for a number of years now, the international calendar, and there's nothing that Cricket South Africa can do about it. I feel for those guys going to, they didn't pick themselves. People say it's a B team, it's a C team, it doesn't matter. They have to go to New Zealand and represent South Africa, and I know that Coach Shukri Conrad will do his utmost best to get them rallied around playing good cricket. But yeah, look, it's got to be a clear calendar where there's nothing in the way, that there's no major Test series or other stuff that gets in the way. So I think we've had our first warning shot of what potentially could happen, and it has happened. That we're sending a team over there that is not our best Test team, but that's for another day. And this is what we've got now, and we've got some of the best players in the world competing in the SA20. So yeah, look, it's I'm sure that the powers that be will sit down after this and make sure that planning for next year must be absolutely accurate.
Thanks, Ashish.
Well, I think obviously Paarl Royals have really come out swinging, and they haven't lost a game. They won easy the other night. They look a very strong side with Josh Butler and the rest. So I think tonight's clash is going to be an epic one. I think the other team that has been a little bit of a surprise is Pretoria Capitals. They look a good team. They just look so good, and it was a must-win last night for them up there in Pretoria. So tonight is going to be an absolute humdinger between Paarl Royals and MI Cape Town. So MI Cape Town are playing well. They've had some ups and downs, but I mean, yeah. I think the favorite now is momentum is absolutely with the Paarl Royals. So let's see how that turns out.